it's the Marvelous Mary here again, finally. Had some
Where
time.
have you been?
Dying.
Life.
Yeah, dying at school. Not at school. I didn't actually go to a physical place. It's fine. It's a lot. Here we are. We're doing a thing. Finally had some time, and so we're gonna watch a movie, but we're gonna do something different. So we've seen a different YouTuber who I actually really like, and I can't remember. Red Letter Media? Yeah. They're lovely. If you haven't watched them, you should go watch them too. So, but it was a really fun experiment, and we wanted to do it. So what they did was they separated the movie out. One of them watched the first half, and then the other one watched the last half, and then they came together to discuss the whole plot of the movie and see what happened.
With neither of them having seen the
whole
entire
thing.
movie.
Yeah. So on that same vein, there is a new movie that came out.
Yes.
So it's the Fast and the Furious 9.
Yes.
F9, the Fast Saga. I have not seen any of these movies. None. Not 1 through 8, never seen.
So
don't
obviously,
even know.
This is the best time.
Yeah, to watch
jump
the
into one.
last
Is
one
in the
or the
ninth
next
movie
one.
in the series.
9th movie of the series. Obviously, I will have a really good idea of what's going on, and it'll definitely make me want to watch the other movies for sure. I'm positive.
Maybe it'll get you into the animated series.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch the first half.
Yep, I have second shift.
Of the Fast Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna watch the second half, and then we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We're gonna see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll see you guys at the
end.
All right, I'm gonna clock out. You take over from here.
Okay. I guess it's kind of not fair because I only have to. I get this whole, universal intro that counts as some of my time. I hope this is at least entertaining. Leave a bad feeling. Oh, this might be a bad time to mention that I have problems with car crashes because I was hit by a car. And so car crashes cause me pretty severe anxiety and some PTSD symptoms. It's fine. Oh god. Oh no. Oh my god, that car just blew up in midair. Holy crap. I think it is very possible if I had known who that character was, I probably would have felt more. Now I'm gonna give it to you. Well, now I want to watch The Pacifier.
That stuff doesn't hurt.
I don't even know why they're here. I know that Mr. Nobody got Cypher, who killed the baby's mom. Careful's when you get hurt. I'm just gonna jot that down. Why did the military show up? Is this just their patrol? We have 56 minutes still.
All around me are familiar faces.
So, if they go fast enough, the mines won't be triggered? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh! This felt like a bad idea. Well, that was fun. I have no idea what's gonna happen or if any of it will matter. So Yeah.
Alright, clocking in for my shift of F9. Starting at the hour and 10-minute mark. We're stealing a thing. John Cena. I forgot John Cena's in this. So they want whatever Jacob has. Is that supposed to be? That's so awkwardly funny. Is what they're going for, but it's not.
What's so funny? I was thinking, if this was a movie, there should be a moment where the villain has an unexpected setback. Will compensate.
Stop talking about movies that are better than your movie. Yeah, sure, that's how magnets work. What if the Insane Clown Posse wrote these action scenes? That joke was for no one. Or what are they even on? I don't. I hope Mary has some answers for me.
Okay, so we did it.
Yep. And now we're going to talk about the movie with only half knowledge of what happened.
Well, so I took notes. At first, I was like, I'll probably be okay. Like, I can remember what happened, whatever. And, like, it starts, I was like, what's happening? I don't know who any of these people are.
Uh-huh.
Things change.
From what I know
Yeah.
about this movie
Yeah.
is that, okay, there were a lot of random fucking flashbacks that happened. Like, a lot. Like, there were moments where I was like, I don't know if we're in now times or if we're in the before times.
Oh, see, I thought the exposition. I knew there was going to be exposition.
There is, but like,
I
I didn't understand. Like, okay, so.
What you were looking at.
It started, and it was like 1989.
Okay.
And it was like a big race or whatever. I don't know what race. It was just a race. And there's like this guy, and he like stops at his like pit crew, and it's this boy, and then he goes and he says this line that's supposed to be really deep and meaningful and whatever.
That's like 90% of the dialogue in the movie.
And
It's
like,
they say it with
it's
gravitas, like it's
so-
supposed to be really impactful and important. But if you have an IQ point at all,
Yeah, my favorite. I wrote down one.
if
That
you're
was my
emotionally
favorite line.
intelligent at all, you
Yeah,
just
you're
be
like,
like, no,
No.
stupid.
This guy died in a fiery inferno car crash, and I was like, cool, I'm not triggered, it's fine. But then I learned later that is the dad, that is Dom and Jacob's dad.
Yeah.
And the kid who was like helping in the pit or whatever,
Pit crew.
that the little bald one is Dom. And then the one that you never saw, except for in one flashback when he was like, that one is Jacob.
Yeah.
And then they called later, and then like a bunch of time passed in the next flashback, and they were like, I don't know, it's the guy who they thought killed the dad showed up.
So that's all new. The racetrack and the dad and all that crap has never been in any of the other movies.
What?
This is all
I thought that was
brand
like
new
a
information.
huge thing. It had to have been like in the other. I was like,
No.
surely this took like
No.
this is other stuff that everyone already knew
I'm
that
so
happened.
glad you did this.
And like maybe I just don't know. Whatever.
No, this is brand new information.
Okay, so the guy that showed up who he thought killed his dad, he like beat the shit out of him.
Sure.
And so he went to jail.
Dom seems like that kind
And
of
then
guy.
these other two guys in jail were like talking about how the car jargon just really throws me.
Yeah.
How like you cut a slit or something in one of these little lines that leads to somewhere, and the air makes some sort of a pocket or something, and then it makes it like blow up, and then it's just a fireball. Okay, so then he gets out of prison, I guess.
Yeah.
And then like he goes and finds Jacob at some like street race extravaganza, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna race against you, and if I win, you just have to keep driving and never come back. You hear that, Simba? You keep running and never come back.
Run away.
Run away, Simba. Run away and never return.
So then obviously Dom beats him,
Yeah.
and he just keeps driving.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Oh, no. I do know where, because the guy who says that line in Guardians of the Galaxy, that I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Yeah.
That guy who's
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
and deserves far better than this movie.
Is he in this movie?
Yes, his name is Buddy. I wrote it down. He apparently, when Dom
Michael
and-
Rooker is, I think is his name.
So when Dom and
Yeah, he's not in the movie.
Jacob,
For me.
yeah, he's
I had no
only
idea
this
he was
part,
in the
though.
movie.
He was
Oh,
only
it's a
in this
bit
one
part.
scene.
That sucks.
And I believe that also
Gotta get
Cardi
that
B
money.
also is in the movie. So okay, I'm pretty sure that
I
was
wouldn't
her.
recognize her if I saw her.
So
I don't care.
I don't know who he was in relation to anyone else, really.
Michael Rooker's character?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
He just shows up.
He's there. Well,
He just
and so
walks
we
into the movie.
apparently we know that he took care of Jacob
Okay.
for like
A
a
while.
year.
Okay.
The end. That's all
The
I
end.
know.
Okay.
Mr. Nobody, who is the bad guy, I guess.
No.
Okay, I
He's
thought
not
he
even a
was
bad
the
guy.
villain.
No.
It's fine.
No.
I thought he was the bad villain. It's fine.
He's a
They mention him a
completely-
lot.
They mention him a lot, and he's been in like the last movie or two, but he's definitely a like working behind the scenes for the government kind of person.
Sure. Yeah, I thought he was the big
And
bad.
they've gone to Dom before and his team and been like, "You're the only ones that can do this, and that." I'm like,
Oh.
"But you work for the." Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea. I
You
was
have
like, are these people spies? Like, they're
Kinda
Fast
like
and
spies.
Furious people are spies? Sure. Anyway, so I thought Mr. Nobody was the bad guy, and that's fine. So Mr. Nobody apparently got Cypher.
From the Matrix.
No, I guess Cypher is a lady, and she killed Dominic's kid's mom. I don't know. I saw her once. She was in a box, a big clear box, like a Hannibal Lecter separated from the
I was
people.
gonna ask you about this because after when I started the movie, I was in the middle of an action scene.
Uh-huh.
It ends, and suddenly we're somewhere else, and this little real what's the guy from Dracula, Renfield looking guy is barking orders, and then all of a sudden I hear Charlize Theron off camera, and it cuts her, and she's just in the Hannibal
box.
Lecter box.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what I get for walking into the middle of the movie. I don't know what I expected.
I don't know. I
And
guess.
then they talk about Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. It's really uncomfortable. For like 12 minutes, they talk about Star Wars. It's like,
Cool.
no, yeah, I'm like Han Solo. Nah, if anything, you're more like Yoda. We couldn't figure out real dialogue for these characters, so
I was like, now they're using her to. I don't know. I don't know.
okay.
So Jacob,
Yes, please tell
Who
me
is
what were they
now
trying
a
to
bad
do?
guy, I guess, because I don't know, but he's trying to use Cypher to find the other half. It's called Project Ares. Project Ares, there's two halves to it, Tomb Raider style.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like a Resident Evil puzzle. There's
Yeah.
gotta be two halves
There's
to
two
it.
halves and a key. I don't know anything more about this key,
Okay.
but
All right.
Jacob has one
Why
half.
wouldn't you just... go ahead. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he's got one half.
Jacob
and
has a half.
He has one half, and they're trying to find the other half
Okay.
using Cypher to... I don't know if there's clues. I don't know how she was... There was like some... And it honestly looked like an old calculator. I don't know. Whatever. She's trying to... I don't know. Can spread like a virus and control all of the computers, and then they can like get into the weapon system and use all the weapons. So if you have Project Ares, then you basically have control of every computer in the world.
Sure.
Gonna take over the world.
Alright, so I have another question.
Yes.
There's a girl named Elle. Is this really not
I
ringing
don't
bells?
know. I don't know.
Because the reason I ask is because they treat it like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're underground or whatever, and Han and this girl Elle and Michelle Rodriguez walk in and go, hey, we're all here.
I didn't meet her. She literally came in, so they fought in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And then there's another girl who came out with a sister and dark hair, whatever. That must have been her.
That's her.
That's
it?
Yep, that's all I
That's
got.
it.
That's it.
Okay, so when I'm introduced to her, she's walking into their underground lair or whatever.
Okay.
And they're like, oh man, I can't believe Han's alive. And they explain this stupid retcon of him dying.
Sure. I have no idea.
They get ambushed. And John Cena's like, hey, I found you. Ha ha ha. I won.
Wait, he goes to there?
Yeah, he goes there.
Is this after London?
This is after London.
I don't understand time
No, I don't either.
in this movie.
Again, they just teleport to where the story needs them to be,
Yeah,
and
I
it's really kind of frustrating at a certain point because I'm like, I feel like you're taking me for granted. Like I'm not paying attention to the movie, but I am.
Yeah. I don't know
Do you
where
think
we are.
Do you think I'm that stupid that I won't notice? They've got both halves of whatever they need.
Yeah.
And they give it to her, and then literally she grabs it, it lights up, and then she gives it back to them.
So is she the
And he
key?
goes, keep an eye on her. And then he goes, start the upload and whatever. And I was like, is she a mutant?
Is she the key? I don't understand.
I didn't know there was a
the
key involved. No one said key anywhere in my half
Yeah,
of the
I
movie.
literally wrote down need a key.
Well, I guess it was her because literally all they did was give it to her. She grabbed it and then gave it back to them. But here's the thing, even if it, like, let's say it was mentioned somewhere and we just missed it.
Yeah.
Her only purpose in the movie is to
touch
be an
that orb.
object. Is to be, and like, I even said it in my portion. I was kind of like, you know, Jordana Brewster used to have so much, like, charisma on screen, and now she just looks tired.
Yeah, like
Michelle Rodriguez is loud, but she just looks tired.
Yeah. Dude, and I swear to God, if I had to hear another clubbing song, I was like, I am gonna go crazy. Because, like, right at the beginning, I was like, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Yeah. Writhe in the garbage.
Do it. And then it was like every scene changed.
Every scene, yeah. They have to.
There was a new song, and I was just like, oh. Okay. Some of the team members went to a place where they were trying to find cars to drive, and they met these
car shopping.
these three people who were building rockets that they were strapping onto cars.
Okay, that might explain a lot for me because at one point in the movie they were like, oh man, they're gonna upload it to a satellite and that will give them control over everything, I guess.
Sure.
All I know is that they were really adamant about, like, they're gonna upload it to the satellite. And that's bad.
It was also generic too. It's the satellite.
The
At one
satellite.
point they kept saying the military. The military is chasing us.
What military?
Which military?
Yeah.
The U.S.
Where
military?
are we?
Is it this country's military?
I feel like they didn't know where they're gonna film the scene,
Right, so they just said the military.
They couldn't say the Moroccan military.
Right.
They couldn't use, like, specific terms. They
All
had to
very
just say the
generic.
military.
Yeah.
But they go, okay, so they're gonna upload it to the satellite or whatever. All right, well, we'll just fudge with the satellite, and we'll cut them off at the source. And they go, no, you can't just upload to it. You gotta, like, remotely. You gotta actually physically hook to the satellite. And they all
In a
look at each other.
rocket ship?
Yeah, and they go, oh, we're going to space. That's some next level shit, dog.
Did
And
they
then
go to space in the car?
It literally cuts to a car with rockets strapped to it, like freaking Toy Story, with the Buzz Lightyear and the firecracker. But they outfitted the car to be completely airtight.
Yeah, so like they just...
In the span of, I swear to God, the number of times that they just teleport or get shit done in between scenes, I'm like, how much time passed? Oh, none. Literally none. It's the same time of day.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, this car is completely outfitted to be airtight. It's a car.
It's a car.
Their air is going to get in somehow.
Yeah. Like,
and even then, their idea of spacesuits was like old school, like diving gear, like Luca.
good.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
like the
heavy set gear.
Did
They talk about like
Helen Mirren come back at all?
Helen Mirren's in the movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was her.
Shit, no, I had
She
no
was
idea.
a jewel thief.
So on the list now of characters that I never got to see in the movie, we have Michael Rooker, Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
I just had no idea were in there at all.
Yeah, Helen Mirren. Queenie. Her name is Queenie.
Sure.
They ran away from the cops, and then Queenie was like, "Oh, Jacob paid me a lot of money to like bring you to him." So she brought him to this big ass castle, where that's where I met Otto, and there were all of these people dancing.
So that's where you met Otto?
Uh-huh.
Because he turns out to be the main villain in the movie.
Great. Perfect.
So you met him almost halfway into the movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he literally said, "I'm Jacob's partner."
So for all intents and purposes, Jacob is essentially kind of the villain, just because he's like the anti-Dom.
Yeah.
But in the
trying to find the
last action scene of the movie, he betrays Jacob. He goes, "Oh, go check out." No, he says there's something wrong with the satellite, and he goes, "I'll take care of it." Climbs on top of the car to like do dad with a computer.
Sure.
There's a computer on top of the car.
Of course.
And so he goes do, and then he looks up, and then like their big like muscle guy, you know, like the big Nazi guy from Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he climbs up there and goes, "I'm gonna get you," and he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, Charlize Theron gave me a better deal." And then it cuts to Charlize Theron. She's out of the box. She has a headset on. She's kicking back in a chair. She's like, "I told you I wasn't on your side," or some stupid crap like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they completely betray him, and it turns out that he's the villain of the movie now.
Sure.
So we waited till halfway into the movie to introduce him, and then
I
we
didn't
waited
even know
till
he was the villain.
Yeah, and then they waited to the last possible minute.
to let you know he's the villain.
Now he's the villain.
I don't know. So
As long as we both are surprised.
Yeah.
That's
so
fine.
also they were in Tokyo for a while.
What?
Because the girls. So Dom and Jacob have a sister
Yes.
who is married to also Brian.
Yep. Oh, that's Paul Walker's character.
Oh.
They,
that explains a lot.
she was his love interest in the very first movie.
They go to Tokyo because apparently Han is connected to everything somehow.
Yeah, okay. So already I told you these movies are like soap operas with cars because there's amnesia, and Han died.
Han was dead. So I literally said Han connected somehow, but is dead, or not.
Yeah, they just bring him back.
Yeah, because like they were. I don't know why they were fighting these people, because they were in Tokyo, and then they look up and the girl is like, "Remember what Han always used to say about Tokyo?" And I was like, "No, I don't.
No.
Please inform me what Han always used to say about
Show me 30
Tokyo."
minutes of flashbacks.
And all she does, they say some saying that he always said, and that Tokyo was his Mexico. And they look up and there's a Mexico flag in the window of this random building they happen to be near. And I was like,
how did they know that it was still going to be there? What if it had been taken down?
yeah, they didn't even know what they were looking for. They just happened to cross it. So they go in. I'm not really sure what they were looking for, but then other people come in and start fighting them. And I wasn't sure if those were people with Jacob or if those were other people.
Okay, we're getting into like little details. I gotta ask a question before I forget, because I forgot to write it down. Did anyone at any point in your half of the movie talk about magnets?
No.
Really?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That is such a huge thing in the second, pretty much almost like within 5 minutes of starting my half of the movie, they introduce magnets as like a thing, and
To do what?
it wins the day.
Magnets?
So like the two got Ludacris and
Rick
the two
Sims.
comic relief characters.
Yeah.
Right when I start the movie, they're kind of like bickering with each other a little bit, which they've done that in the other movies. That's
Sure.
kind of their shtick.
Yeah. It was not funny. There were
And
no funny
literally,
lines.
not Ludacris sees some guys. He goes, "Hey, look at their ears," and he goes up and he just attacks them and punches them and knocks them out. And Ludacris goes, "Yeah, what are we looking for?" Because he just attacked somebody for not liking their ears. And I went, "So he's just as confused as I am.
Yeah.
Why did that need to happen?"
Yeah.
And then for like mid-sentence almost, his necklace flies off of his neck and hits the car next to them. And they go, "Well, that's odd." And they look inside, and there are high-powered, like, industrial strength experimental magnets in the car.
In the car.
Yes. And there's a little, like, convenient dial by the, right, you know, here. From pretty much from that point on, the entire rest of the chase scene revolves around the magnets because they're being chased by
Sure.
other cars. They push the repulsion to push the
them
car
away.
away. Or they'll use it to suck other things toward them
my
as a
God.
distraction, as if that's how magnets
Work all the time. and
Because guess what? The car itself is made of metal.
metal, yeah, it would like.
And also, like, it doesn't just work in one specific area.
It's like the whole car.
It would just be, yeah, basically. And the entire next, like the final chase scene revolves around pushing and pulling a bunch of other. It's like a goddamn, like, Mario Kart game.
So my favorite
Yeah, your favorite.
car things that happened in this movie.
Uh-huh.
So in the jungle,
Yeah.
we are driving away from the military,
Yes.
and then and all of Dom's team are in these like fucking like high grade military grade vehicles. I
Sure.
don't know where they got them,
No.
but he's in like a race car, obviously.
Of course, yeah. Gotta
and
keep
then
on brand.
so yeah, so they're driving. There's a cliff, big ass cliff,
Okay.
and John Cena drives his car, like hits the button in his car to make it really fast.
Then, like, NOS or whatever.
Yeah, sure. And this plane woo, and flies off of the cliff. Whee! But for why? Can it fly? And then, and I was like, what are we, chitty bang bang right now? Is this car gonna fly? What happens? Literally, as I'm saying, is this car gonna fly? This, like, jet flies in and scoops his car up like a pterodactyl. Yes. Oh my god. And flies away. And I was like, nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters at this point.
That was the grade like a baby bird. My other favorite car part was in the same jungle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bridge. Bridge is out.
Yeah.
There's the ropes from the bridge
Yeah.
are, I don't know, swinging, I guess, because
Sure.
it just went down. I don't know. Let's see if another plane picks you guys up too. Dom, he pushes his button. Drive off the cliff. They falling. Somehow, he has trajected the car in the correct position for the rope of the bridge to connect to the car somehow and
Just somehow.
swing them across to the other side. Now, the
Yep.
car does roll, but it lands right side up
Oh,
afterward.
of course it does, yeah.
Oh my god.
You want to take a stab as to who makes a cameo in the post-credits sequence?
I honestly don't know because there were so many random actors and
Well,
actresses
technically, you have seen one other movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise.
in this. Was it The Rock?
Try again. Almost.
Was it The other one, the other guy in
What's-
that movie, and I
it's-
can't remember his
yes,
name right
Jason
now.
Statham.
Jason Statham!
It shows a guy beating up like a
They don't need to
beanbag.
make any more of these movies, but I love Jason Statham.
He's totally still alive. He has his hood down for the reveal, and then he's, "Whoa," and it's supposed to be
Jesus
like,
Statham!
oh my god, he's alive. I'm like, no one practices with the hood down
No.
over their face. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm okay!
Oh.
I'm still okay!
I cannot believe I missed two or three big name actors in the first
Yeah.
half of the movie that had nothing to do with anything.
Not a damn thing. Like, I did not need
As far
to
as I was
know-
concerned.
Yeah, I was like, we didn't need to know that Buddy took care of Jacob for a little bit. It literally made no difference.
No.
The only reason Helen Mirren's character was there is so that she could deliver Dom to Jacob. That was it. There definitely could have been another way to do that. He could have just found him. No, I would not watch this movie, like...
Oh, I
all
can't
the way
imagine
through.
watching the whole 2 hour and 20 minutes.
No,
of
I would
this.
go crazy. Like, I literally was yawning. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm bored, and
For
I
as
don't
loud
care
as it
about-
is.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is it was like every other second, it was like, we're shooting stuff, we're fighting stuff. Why are you here?
Like, I know that, like, oh, it's stupid and it is what it is. I'm like, that's not an excuse for lazy filmmaking.
Yeah, lazy writing.
The Transporter movies are really stupid,
Right.
but they're really well done.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah, It's like
difference.
there was just blowing stuff up and shooting stuff and
It's
big
boring.
men and yeah, it was
It's
boring.
boring.
It really doesn't have much of a plot. The whole plot was like find the thing, plug it in.
Yeah. It doesn't need much of a plot. Like, I know I get that the appeal of the movies is not like the deep characters.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
It's-
fast cars and explosions.
Well,
and-
it's supposed to be what's the word? Because we mentioned Red Letter Media earlier. They
Yeah.
had a really good term for these movies specifically. It's vicarious entertainment. Their characters are not what's interesting. It's
No.
being their characters and breaking the law
Right.
and doing the cool thing.
Yeah.
But now, like when you see them doing, it's still stuff that you could conceivably do.
Yeah.
The first 3 movies, honestly, are about real people.
You were saying the thing about like how strong everybody seems and how like it's just like
Oh, yeah,
are
everybody.
they superheroes? Like what's going on?
They were jumping on and off of moving vehicles.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can suspend my disbelief a little
bit,
In the
yeah.
first movie, they make such a big deal out of, okay, I'm gonna get as close as I can with my car,
Right.
so you can jump onto
onto
mine, but be careful. And even then, it doesn't go great.
Yeah.
But in this, they just
They're like,
hop
"Nah,
on
do
like,
it."
like it's Frogger.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know why. There's too many of them. This is aggressive. 9? There's no way I could sit through 8 others of these movies. There's no way.
the first one is a little dated, but at least it's a movie.
Uh-huh.
Because the
No way.
it's very typical because Dom and all of them crew are obviously like doing illegal stuff, and Paul
Sure.
Walker's character is a cop.
See, like, that's what I thought, like, most of the
You need-
movies were about was, like, they're, like, street racers and...
Yeah, and street racing.
And they're
Boosting
just doing, like,
cars.
like, drugs and illegal shit like that. Not spies with military-grade weapons and crap.
And going to space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought these movies were about. I was very wrong, apparently.
Yeah, the first 2 are.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Don't watch this movie in whole.
Yeah, save yourself the time.
It was $20 to rent this. Wait until it comes out streaming on something if you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch it, this is not a like I gotta go to the theater.
No,
or I
it's
gotta.
not worth the theater. It is not worth the $20 to rent it. Like,
I see like everybody being like, "Oh my, this is bad movie perfection." I'm like,
No.
though. There's a craft to making a really good bad movie.
Yeah.
This is Transformers kind of bad.
Yeah, where it's just
there
bad.
are no characters. There's literally nothing like to
Of
grasp
merit.
onto, and it's all the same.
it's all the same. yeah, 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. I'm sure that there are people out there who will definitely like this movie. I am not one of those people. I thought it was boring, and I just, like, I'm not a big car person either, so, like, maybe
And
that's
I don't
want to
hear that, oh, it's only because you only watched half the movie.
No, it's
it wouldn't have
definitely
mattered.
not. Like, it's
that made it
definitely
easier
not.
to stomach.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't have liked it. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered.
It was more fun trying to piece together
yeah,
the
that was the most fun.
making like a game out of
Yeah.
it was more fun than the actual movie.
Yeah. And if you like this movie, that's fine. You're allowed to like bad movies.
Trust me, we will not take that from you.
No, you are allowed to like what you want to like.
You can have it.
But I thought this movie was terrible and boring and just like a snooze fest for sure. Like, I honestly wanted to lay down. Like,
that should be the quote on the front. I wanted to lay down.
I wanted to lay down.
Marvelous Mary.
Yeah.
I wanted to lay down.
I wanted to lay down.
That's good.
But yeah, thanks for playing with us. I hope you had a good time. We had a good time talking about it.
Yeah.
We did not have a good time watching it.
No, it was easier to stomach.
Yeah, half is better than the whole. But if you're gonna watch it again, don't go to the theater. Definitely wait till it's streaming. Do not rent it. It's $20 to rent. It's too much. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for playing, and hopefully I will be able to do more videos soon because school's winding down.
Yeah.
For at least a couple of weeks, and then I start again. But here we are. Yeah. Bye. Love you guys.
I like you as friends.